Okay, I thought that while I was restringing my Martin 00017 SM, the slotted headstock, I thought I would shoot a little video of it to show my method of doing this. Slotted headstocks are difficult for some people, but there's a couple of methods out there. I've sort of merged a few people's different methods with my own. What I do is I take the string. I've already done the E and the B string here, but I take my string and I thread it through the hole from the top first. This one I've already clipped, so I'm just going to pretend I haven't clipped it. I thread it through, I put it into the headstock, into the slot, and pull it tight, and then pinch it at this point right here at the nut, and then pull it back about 2, sometimes 2.5 frets. With E, B, and G, I do about 2.5 frets to give me some room. And then I take the string and I kink it at that point where it's at the hole. What I end up with is a kink, and then I trim the kink off at about 3/8 of an inch, just enough to go through the hole and a little bit protruding. You can see I've done it with the E and the B strings. Then when I trim that off, then I just flip that into the hole and then just string up from there. Now, if you are using round core strings, I'm not at this point, these are elixirs, but if you're using round cores like clear tone, do not clip them first. Just make a bend there, go ahead and string the thing up to tension, and then you can clip it afterwards. But with that little hook in place, I can go ahead and string. Now I'm going to string this to holding tension on this, and I'll string it to the outside. Now some people go inside one and then outside for the rest. I don't think it really matters. I like the look of neatly coiled string. When I get almost to tension, here I'm at tension now, I'll just check the string to make sure it's all together and push it neatly together, if not, and then give it some tension. Right, I'm going to do one more, and this is a full string. I'll do this D string here. I'm going to slot it through. It's always good to have the holes lined up with a little bit of angle towards the tail of the guitar so it goes through smoothly. Put it into the nut slot, grab onto it at that point, make sure it's tense from here to here, and then pull it back. Now these strings are getting thicker, so I'm going to go 2 1/4 frets on this one, and then I'm going to give it a bit of a kink right there. There's the kink. At this point, if these were clear tones, I would continue to string up and then trim it afterwards. But because they're not clear tones, they're hex cores, not round cores, I'm going to trim off about 3/8 of an inch with my cutters. Get rid of that. Use my pliers to give me a little bit more of a kink so that it won't slide out of the slot when I'm putting tension on it. And then I'll angle my hole about 45 degrees away from the body of the guitar, so I can hook that in there. Now, I can keep tension here with my finger on the nut, and I can start running these. Now, I'm going to start running these opposite, mirror image to the other side. So they're going to go to the outside, just like that. Drill bit straight. There we go. Still keeping tension on it and trying to roll it in as close as I can to get a nice tight coil. Drop it into the nut slot. Make sure it's all tight in there. And you can put a little tension on it. And we're on to the next one. Turn it towards me a little bit. Down and through. tight, grab it at the nut, and slide it back. I'm going to go 2 frets at this point. Put a kink in it. Like that. Clip it off about 3/8 of an inch. Give it a little bit of a hook. Just like that. See? Just like that. And we're going to drop it in. Now some people will work from the outside, so the top E string and then the low E string, and then the B and then the A, and that kind of thing. I don't think it makes that much difference. It's never bothered me to do it this way, from one end of the guitar to the other. Tension there. There we go. And one more of the low E. Go tight, go back. I'm just going to go maybe 1 3/4 frets on this one. Turn it up a little bit to get that kink in there. There we go. A better kink right there, like that. And then give it a cut. And the hole it goes. There we go. Trusty drill. Now with my drill, I keep this on very, very low tension because it is a speed drill, so you don't want it to over torque at any point. Some people use an electric screwdriver, so it doesn't have as much torque, but this string will fight you a little bit more because it is larger tension. There we go. And you can see that the high E and the low E here end up being fairly straight, and then they move outwards from there. Now a lot of people say they like straight tension, but I like to keep the strings separate so that they don't touch each other and possibly cause buzz. Now all we have to do is tune it up to pitch. I thought you might enjoy that. Bye.